What's going on, people? Sean Rash back here with another mock draft. Let's get it rolling. 12 team PPR this time from the number one spot. Same setting as usual: one quarterback, two running backs, two wide receivers, one tight end, one flex, one kicker, one defense, six bench. Don't draft a kicker in defense. Let's get it rolling. Start your draft. All right, let's look at the cheat sheet. Who are we going to take number one overall? It's between Bijan or Gibbs. It has to be. I'm taking Bijan. I think, even with Tua there, he knows how to get the ball to his running back. Regardless if it's Penix or Tua, Bijan's just a beast. I think Gibbs is a beast also. Right now, for me, it's Bijan. Like I said, I'll think about it more when the season goes on. But yeah, we're just gonna take Bijan right here. Those are top two easily. All right, bunch of people go off the board. Gibbs, Chase, Nakua, JSN, Amon-Ra St. Brown, McCaffrey, Lamb. Neighbors, do not draft Neighbors. He'll probably be in the pup to start the season. Jonathan Taylor, Justin Jefferson, Drake London, Rashee Rice. I'd be a little weird with Rashee Rice with all the stuff going on, so don't draft him. Obviously, at this round, when it gets later, we'll decide. Ted McMillan, Bowers, first tight end off the board. Achane, Genty, Nico, Olave, Cook, Pickens, Chase Brown, Hampton, and we're up. So, I'm not obsessed with picking first or 12th just because we're on like the borders. If you're, pick three or pick two, you could kind of corner this team in and see their needs. What I mean by that is, see how these teams went two whiteouts? Actually, yeah, see how these two, well, first of all, right? If you're here, these two teams went wideouts. They need a running back. So it would be smart for you to take a running back. But then also, if you're here, this team needs a wide receiver as well. And regardless, here, it would be smart to take a running back if you're these guys, because there's a good chance a wide receiver will come back to you. Okay. Running back Saquon is here. Kenneth Walker is still here. I love both of those guys this year. I think Saquon's solid. So if there isn't a wide receiver that I'm in love with, I'm just going to double down and just looking. Garrett Wilson intrigues me. I think the Jets are going to be a little better this year. But, but, do I go risky and not take Garrett Wilson? AJ Brown's probably New England. He's probably going to be really good, but I think that I'd be getting the most value if I went Barkley and K9 right here. So I'm going to take Saquon and I'm going to take Kenneth Walker. Going RB heavy. Now, next pick needs to be a wide receiver. So, um, yeah, and of course Hampton went off the board too. AJ Brown, McBride, Josh Allen, Devonta Smith, Henry, Garrett Wilson, Lamar Jackson, Jeremiah Love, Live McConkey, Ibuka, Brees Hall, ETN, Drake May, DJ Moore, T. Higgins, Tyler Warren off the board in the fourth round. Loveland, Kyron Williams, Jaden Daniels, Josh Jacobs, Terry McLaurin, Jalen Hurts, and we are now up. So we need wide receivers, like I said. Don't look at quarterbacks. Don't look at tight ends. Maybe if Warner's still there, I'd be looking in the fifth round. But this will be rounds 4 and 5. So yeah, I'm gonna hide the draft button. I don't need to see that. Oh wow. Zay Flowers, absolutely love this pick. He's the number one. I think the Ravens are going to be better this season. Their schedule's cake. They're not like versing any good teams, or at least teams with winning records last year. This is a no-brainer for me. I like Luther Burden, but I'm still a little skeptical. I want to see like a bigger sample size of him as a number one. I think Devontae Adams is a great not dart throw, but like I think going for his upside still is 100% worth it. My opinion's kind of changing a little bit. So I think Mike Evans is going to ball too. Like these are guys I'd be willing to take the risk on. And now that I have to take wide receivers, I'm taking Zay Flowers. And then if I'm looking at Adams and Evans' upside, I'm going to take Devontae Adams because he had 14 touchdowns last year. And even though I love Mike Evans, Kittle will come back eventually, and I think Devontae Adams' touchdown upside is worth it. So we're gonna go Adams, and we're gonna see who falls to us in round six. All right. Scattaboo, Javante Williams, Waddle, Burden, Jameson Williams, Evans, Irving, Burrow, Caleb, Henderson, David Montgomery, Fannin, Price. Love me some Price. Tate, Harvey, Christian Watson, DeAndre Swift, Kyle Pitts, Judkins, Warren, Parker Washington, Marvin Harrison. The bad thing about starting three running backs is you kind of get rid of flexibility, but I really like the wide receivers this year going like, rounds four and after. So I'm okay with it this year. I'm taking talent that I like. We need wide receivers because let's say Devontae sucks. We need more. We're set on running back. Quarterback, I will wait. I will wait this year. I'm telling you, I started Daniel Jones and Jacoby Brissett last year. I'm waiting. And besides, if like, someone like Purdy, Mahomes, Dak Prescott falls and you want to be that guy to pull the trigger, do it. I'm just not wasting a pick early when other teams are because I think Josh Allen is going to do great, but taking a third round pick is pretty brutal. And these guys going 2 rounds, 1 round after Josh Allen, no, Josh Allen's above those guys. They should be going later. So we're just going to take the depth and value that they're losing out on. So we're going to look at the running backs real quick. Not going to do anything though, because we need wide receivers. We need guys that are going to step up. These are the rounds. I love Chuba. I love Monongai. Kenneth Gainwell's growing on me a little bit. I've been hearing some Bucky Irving injuries. I love Blake Corum. Not as much more in Dynasty I like him, but otherwise I like Corum. Rashad White could be a little sneaky too, but like I said, I'd rather kind of wait and get like someone like a Jordan Mason who, if you don't have running backs, he's going to get some carries, and you just go wide receiver heavy. Play it that way. Wide receivers right now. Michael Wolfskin, that could be cheeky, dude. I don't know how he's gonna do this season. I just think, regardless, I would be taking. It pains me. I think he's gonna do good, but I would rather be taking the risk on Marvin Harrison. And I know he's going later, but man. And then Godwin, he's getting up there in age. Buccaneers could be nice. Evans is gone, more targets for him, and Buka's there. Roma Dunze, he popped off, kind of lost a little sauce last year. Um, it's really, I love Jacoby Myers too. I think he's the number one. I'm confident. So I'm looking at, and if I'm not obsessed with someone, I stay away because I want to know when I'm starting that person or not. Um, Michael Wilson, Godwin, and Jacoby Myers is what I'm looking at. Um, Godwin or Michael Wilson, pick your poison. I am going. Ah, so the Godwin, right? You can get targets. I think if anything, Michael Wilson would have a chance to explode with Jacoby. I think they're going to be behind in games. They're going to be throwing a lot, and then Jacoby Myers, I think, solid. So I'm gonna go with those two, and that's that. I'm gonna take Jacoby first because yeah, and then we're gonna take Michael Wilson. Go for some upside. I'm not obsessed with those picks. I mean, with Michael Wilson, at least. Not gonna lie, but we have some guys where there's gonna be positive game script, guaranteed targets, touchdown upside, solid guy. Rounds 8 and 9. These quarterbacks are still on the board. I think Herbert is a good quarterback, NFL quarterback, but I think the Chargers offensive line is going to be dominant this year. So I think they're going to be running the ball a crazy ton, and I don't think game script wise they're going to be passing a lot. Um, he's going to do solid, but like I said, I like to have a quarterback that I can get later that's always passing. Like for example, Dak Prescott. They're always behind in games. He throws the ball. He supplies CD and he Pickens. I think Mahomes could bounce back. And even if he's behind in games, he'll throw it. But Corum's here, not obsessed. I want two more wide receivers. Ricky Pearsall on the 49ers, that intrigues me a lot. Addison, I don't know with the Kyler situation. Um, I think Tyler Warren's going to be getting all the targets. He has touchdown upside right here, Quentin Johnston. So I think I would be okay with taking Ricky Pearsall and Quentin Johnston. I just want more depth. And now I'm kind of evened out, so now I could play it a little flexible, right? So Addison, Shakir, KC Concepcion. I skipped these guys. I don't care. Josh Downs, Corum, Higgins, Spears, Charbonnet, Tracy, White, Brooks, Worthy, Marks, Dobbs, Travis Hunter. Don't do it, guys. Don't do it. Diggs, Krosky Merritt, Herbert, Kraft, Laporta, Algier, Kamara. And when I find out what rounds I like my tight ends in, I probably like them later. But I'm really stacking up on depth, but let's say you're in a 10 team league, it's probably good to pull the trigger on a quarterback or tight end earlier. I'm really just sold on Tyler Warren in the fifth round, but let's take a look. Um, I'm happy with my wide receivers, but we're gonna go where the value is. Debo, someone I would take. He just gets the ball. Matthew Golden has a chance to compete for targets. Dobbs is gone. That's some touchdowns he can compete for. Maybe he has a year or two breakout. I like Coker, but I don't know. Like Brazel is there now, and Tet's still the guy, and I want to see more out of Bryce Young. Ferguson, because he's a nice pick too. I'm just gonna look at his stats last year. A lot of green, solid, and behind in games throwing the football. He's a solid guy to look after. So if I'm okay with not getting a wide receiver here because I like my six guys, and if I can't find at least a running back that I'm comfortable with, I will take Ferguson. Although I'm okay with getting guys late. Uh, anyone intrigues me? Jordan Mason. Yeah, I think I'm gonna take Jordan Mason and I'm gonna take Ferguson because no one's really tickling uh my fancy, as they say. So Mason and Ferguson, we have four running backs now. Mason is gonna get his carries. Worst case, I have an injury. Maybe I try to go after handcuffs. We look at the draft board. Stafford and Bo Nix are here. There's some guys that I'm okay with. Uh, let's look at Matt Stafford's game logs. Awesome. Okay, it's awesome. Is there any backups I want? No, not right now. Like I said, Matthew Golden, Debo, I could get them right now. The question is, do I want to go for my quarterback? And do I? I'm just going to show you guys Jacoby's stats. 16, 16, 21, 20, 20. Yeah, like these are all solid. And 11 points right here. It's the same guy, and they got Jeremiah Love now. Like it's going to be more scoring opportunities for him. They have Marvin Harrison, Michael Wilson, Trey McBride, um, Jeremiah Love. That's why I have no problem with waiting. And Daniel Jones last year, before he got hurt, obviously, I will, I'll start these guys. So I don't need to go for Stafford. I'll take the risk. It's still good value. And I think I talked myself into it. So I talked myself into it. Yeah, give me Golden and give me Debo. I want ball players on my team. And we got two more rounds, not reading the names. Like I said, Bo Nix, I don't think he's going to repeat the season he had last year. If I'm looking, I'm going to give you guys a really good handcuff right now. I just got to find who it is. Uh, I like Claiborne if I draft Mason. Aaron Jones is old, gets hurt decent amount. Um, let's look. Devin Neal, if Kamara's out of town, Kendre deals with injuries. I think Devin Neal could swoop right in there. Um, honestly, handcuffs aren't really amazing. Chris Brooks, there's Marshawn Lloyd with the Josh Jacobs situation. Don't forget about them if you draft early. Uh, I don't have a quarterback, but you know, two picks right here. If you did Lloyd and Brooks, or if you did them earlier and you're on top of your stuff, that's great. I think what I'm going to do is who do I like here the most? Um, I, I like Daniel Jones a lot. They play the Ravens week one. I'm not afraid to start him. I think the Colts defense got a little worse. I think they have the same offense. Obviously, Pittman's gone. We'll see how Alec Pierce does. But and he is rushing back from an injury, so I have to keep that in mind. I like him for like a season starter. But who are the Cardinals? I don't know who they play week one, but there's two more rounds. I am going to take. And honestly, I mean, call me crazy. Like there would be more rounds. I'm taking Jacoby because I'm telling you guys, you look at the numbers last year, he did awesome. And then let's see, who's a good running back? I'll take Clayborn. Yeah. All right, so that's it. Thanks for watching. Solid team. Obviously, quarterback you need to know when to take. But until next time, peace.